The royal house of Windsor has long been a bastion of tradition and resilience, but recent years have brought turbulence that has shaken the monarchy to its core. At the center of this storm stand Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, whose controversial actions have repeatedly drawn ire from the British public and the royal family alike. Now, as King Charles III reportedly tells the estranged couple that it is too late for reconciliation, the revelation of the late Queen Elizabeth II's final will adds another layer of tension, and it appears Meghan Markle's divisive influence is once again under scrutiny. For many, this moment serves as the culmination of years of antagonism, with Meghan portrayed as the driving force behind Harry's estrangement and the couple's increasingly strained relationship with the monarchy. The tension between the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and the royal family has been widely publicized, with accusations, interviews, and public appearances creating an ever-deepening divide. Meghan Markle, once celebrated as a breath of fresh air within the royal institution, has come to symbolize controversy. Critics accuse her of placing personal ambition above royal duty, fostering discord within the family, and encouraging Prince Harry to abandon the very values he was raised to uphold. The latest developments suggest that King Charles III has little patience left for their attempts at reconciliation. Reports indicate that the king, after reviewing Queen Elizabeth II's final will, has made it clear that Meghan and Harry's actions have left them with no path back into the royal fold. The late Queen's will, long speculated to contain stipulations about the future of the monarchy, is rumored to exclude the Sussexes from key financial and symbolic inheritances, an outcome many see as a direct consequence of their choices. Meghan's critics argue that her influence on Harry has been nothing short of catastrophic for the royal family. From their decision to step back as senior royals in 2020, dubbed Megxit, to their explosive interview with Oprah Winfrey, which included allegations of racism and neglect within the royal household, Meghan has been accused of orchestrating a campaign to undermine the monarchy. While supporters frame her as a modern, progressive figure challenging outdated traditions, detractors see her as a disruptive force with little regard for the institution she married into. The unveiling of Queen Elizabeth II's will has reportedly sent shockwaves through the royal family. While the specifics remain shrouded in confidentiality, insiders suggest that the document reflects the Queen's deep disappointment in Harry and Meghan's actions. Notably, there are claims that significant portions of the Queen's personal wealth and property have been allocated to working members of the royal family, those who have upheld their duties and responsibilities. This alleged exclusion of the Sussexes has been interpreted as the Queen's final word on their departure from royal life. Royal experts argue that this decision is not just about finances but a statement of principle. Throughout her reign, Queen Elizabeth was known for her unwavering sense of duty and her belief in the monarchy as a unifying force. By seemingly excluding Harry and Meghan, she may have sought to reinforce the importance of loyalty and service, values that many believe the Sussexes abandoned in favor of personal gain. Meghan, in particular, has faced accusations of exploiting her royal title for commercial success. From multi-million-dollar Netflix deals to a lucrative Spotify contract, the couple's ventures in the United States have often been framed as capitalizing on their royal connections. Critics argue that this approach not only undermines the dignity of the monarchy but also betrays the trust of the British public, who once embraced Meghan with open arms. One of the most polarizing moments in Meghan and Harry's journey came with their 2021 interview with Oprah Winfrey. In the explosive sit-down, the couple leveled serious accusations against the royal family, including claims of racism and emotional neglect. While the interview garnered sympathy from some quarters, it also sparked widespread backlash, with many questioning the veracity of their claims and the wisdom of airing such grievances on a global stage. For Meghan's detractors, the interview epitomized her alleged tendency to place personal narratives above the truth. Critics point to inconsistencies in her statements and argue that the timing of the interview, during Prince Philip's hospitalization, demonstrated a lack of sensitivity and respect for the family. Furthermore, they contend that the interview was part of a calculated effort to position Meghan and Harry as victims while casting the royal family in a negative light. The aftermath of the interview saw a noticeable shift in public sentiment. Polls indicated a decline in the couple's popularity, particularly in the United Kingdom, where many viewed their actions as a betrayal. For those who support the monarchy, the interview was seen as a direct attack on an institution that represents stability and continuity in a rapidly changing world. Meghan, in particular, was accused of exploiting her platform to advance her own agenda, with little regard for the consequences. Meghan Markle's relationships with her own family have also come under scrutiny, further fueling criticism of her character. Her estrangement from her father, Thomas Markle, has been widely publicized, with both sides airing their grievances in the media. Critics argue that Meghan's strained relationships with her own family members mirror the divisions she has allegedly caused within the royal family. Thomas Markle, in interviews, has accused Meghan of abandoning her roots and turning her back on the family that supported her rise to fame. While Meghan has defended her actions as necessary for her mental health and well-being, detractors see a pattern of behavior that prioritizes her own interests over familial bonds. This perception has only been amplified by her and Harry's ongoing disputes with the royal family, leading many to question whether reconciliation is even possible. In light of these ongoing tensions, King Charles III's reported decision to close the door on reconciliation has been met with mixed reactions. For some, it represents a necessary step to protect the monarchy from further damage. For others, it is a heartbreaking reflection of how far the rift has widened. As the new head of the royal family, Charles faces the difficult task of balancing tradition with modernity, while also addressing the challenges posed by Meghan and Harry's actions. His decision to allegedly exclude them from key aspects of the Queen's inheritance sends a clear message about the importance of loyalty and duty, a message that many believe is long overdue. While some royal watchers argue that reconciliation is still possible, the prevailing sentiment is that Meghan and Harry's actions have left little room for compromise. The couple's decision to repeatedly air their grievances in public, coupled with their commercial ventures in the United States, has created a level of mistrust that may be impossible to overcome. For better or worse, Meghan Markle has become one of the most polarizing figures in recent royal history. Her supporters praise her for challenging outdated norms and advocating for progressive values, while her critics accuse her of sowing division and prioritizing personal ambition over tradition. The truth likely lies somewhere in between, but the impact of her actions on the royal family is undeniable. As the dust settles on this latest chapter in the royal saga, it remains to be seen what the future holds for Meghan and Harry. Will they continue to chart their own path, or will they seek to rebuild bridges with the family they left behind? For now, one thing is clear: the shadow of Queen Elizabeth II's legacy looms large, and the decisions made by King Charles III will shape the monarchy for years to come. The relationship between Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, and the royal family has been marked by controversy, division, and public spectacle. With King Charles III reportedly closing the door on reconciliation and the late Queen's will seemingly reflecting her disappointment, the possibility of a harmonious resolution appears increasingly remote. For Meghan's critics, this moment serves as a vindication of their belief that her influence has been detrimental to the monarchy. For her supporters, it is a reminder of the challenges faced by those who dare to challenge tradition. As the royal family moves forward under King Charles's leadership, the question remains: can the wounds inflicted by Meghan and Harry's departure ever truly heal, or is this the final chapter in a story of estrangement and betrayal? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain: the legacy of this rift will be felt for generations to come.